But I'm so frustrated.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of A Conversation With. I am joined by, I don't even know how to introduce you, because I'm lost for words, but I'm not lost for words.
Oh damn, okay.
Because you're an all-round creative.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I want to let you introduce yourself and tell the people who you are and what you do.
So, hi guys, my name is André Pierrere. So I'm an actor, creative, dancer, director, all sorts as well. And I've been doing it for over 10 years now. I've been very established in what I do, and yeah, happy to be here. So yeah.
Yes, established. Yeah, capitals, bold letters, established.
I love it, man.
So, obviously, I've known you through the years.
Yeah.
In and out and stuff, being a creative and in those spaces. As you mentioned, you was a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I originally knew you as a dancer.
Yeah, definitely.
So before we unpick,
yeah,
let's take it straight back.
Oh gosh.
To school days, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How was André Pierrere in school?
Oh gosh. André Pierrere was shy, a bit timid at times. He was a bit unsure of himself, still trying to figure himself out. And yeah, I wasn't the person that everybody sees and knows of now, but I was a bit more behind the scenes, happy to be in the background.
Yeah.
Happy to let others probably take the shine on a lot of things as well. But yeah, so that's how I probably mostly was. I was usually the guy that liked to draw more than anything else, and then do was it the anime characters or Sonic or Dragon Ball Z, that type of thing. So that's what I used to do.
It seems obviously we're the same age, our generation, it seems like every guy love drawing anime.
Yeah, definitely.
Because even my cousin who's my age, drawing Dragon Ball Z,
yeah, that's
Pokemon, Sonic, it was a thing.
Yeah, that's the one. That was definitely the one.
It was a thing. So, okay, so you're saying that you were shy, you was in the background, you was timid.
Mm-hmm.
For you to be doing so much in front of the camera now, which we're going to unpick, how was that trend? So, where did that come from?
I think it was just through time, and it was just something that I liked to do.
Mm.
So, when I started out with it, it was just more or less a hobby.
So, how did you start? How did you get not even the call, but the sense of, I want to do acting, or what did you see that made you want to do that?
I think it was just watching films a lot of the time, and then it was just something an opportunity came around where I think I was doing a lot of youth theatre within Crescent Theatre at the time, and I think it was around the weekends or Saturdays, Sundays. It was something that my mum wanted me to do, basically, just get me out of the house and just keep me proactive. So I did that, and then I remember there was another program that I did through my church at the time that I was going to, and it was through Millennium Point, so think tank for some other people that may know of it. And basically we just did performing arts classes from dancing, singing, acting, and they just put us through the whole work. So that was kind of my beginning stages, but we were just having fun. So a lot of the time we were just dusting around, learning salsa and different types of dance routines and stuff. Which was we're not gonna learn this, or we're not gonna have this in the future, so why we're doing this. But over the years now it's oh snap, now I need this. Yeah. But I think how it kind of initially began, that's what I started doing, and then after that I thought, let me just try it out through college and stuff, and I think some of my teachers started to figure out that I had some form of talent. So I did a whole 360 from doing art design, and my teachers was thinking I was going to be an architect at that point. Yeah. And then I went to college, doing performing arts, and my performing arts ended up being a drama school, which they didn't tell us. So when I applied for the course, it was actually a full-fledged drama school that we didn't even know of, and they was getting budgeting from the college. So they were just giving us the space and whatnot. And we then learned on the craft to do with theatre, how to use your voice, how to use your body language and all sorts of things. And then I just put myself into the career of acting, just thinking it was just going to be, you know, something fun to do, and it just turned into a career,
That's mad, you know, because you see, like, you hear people that, like, obviously want to be actors.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're trying to find anything and everything to go down. And they'll get, like, one yes, and they're like, okay, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And then, like, they'll fall back. Or they'll get a no, and they'll be like, oh, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah.
But then you hear stories like yourself, like, it was in the back of your mind, and you said, okay, yeah, you're going to go and see what the other how acting thing is.
Yeah. To
then just be getting things off the back of getting things, and do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's quite wild.
You just don't, you hear of it, but then you don't hear of it
of course.
at the same time, do you know what I mean? And especially coming from Birmingham as well. Like,
oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes, that's what we need, because we have talent in Birmingham, it's just not showcased enough in Birmingham. It's showcased elsewhere, like creatives in Birmingham obviously go to London, go to Manchester, even now in Wales, do you know what I mean? But there's nothing in Birmingham that showcase that. I mean, there's not saying there's nothing, there are, but it's not like shouted about.
Yeah, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? It's within the circle, and you need to broaden out of that circle kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
But kudos to you, man, because as I said, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, we need to give flowers and, you know, get people like yourself to showcase, you know, it does happen in Birmingham. Do you know what I mean? So, as I said before, obviously I knew you as a dancer.
Yeah.
So, let's touch on that. So you was obviously dancing. Talk a bit about that, like your group and stuff.
Oh, okay. I used to be a hip hop dancer, hip hop street dancer for like Tree Street Dance. And for those that don't know, Tree Street Dance used to be like Birmingham's #1 dance group at the time.
I was envious.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to be in that group at that time as well. Thursday classes in the evenings, and then everyone would like, get them to join the group and whatnot. But it was a really good learning curve around that time, because it helped me to learn like a lot of discipline, consistency, being persistent. And just like learning the craft of just
like in what way? Because
I think with the dance industry and then the acting industry, it's very similar. I think they're like very similar industries, because like a lot of the time it's like you're freelancing per se, but also it's like a lot of it's just like trying to learn new things in terms of your craft, in terms of like learning new styles of dance, or learning new languages, or learning new like accents, or that type of thing. So it's kind of one and the same, but it's just different fields of what you do.
Yeah.
So when it came to the dancing side of things, so it's like we're learning a new routine, and sometimes it may be out of our comfort zone, but we have to be pushed to be better in terms of like that dance style or that dance routine, or if it's faster than others, or it's not particularly like the song that we like, but it was type of the skills that we had to learn to be versatile and be adaptable and be like the best dancers we could be. So when I transitioned that type of attributes into the acting field, it wasn't so alien to me, because it's like that's kind of the things that we always knew of.
Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So but yeah, like we used to go to like carnivals, we used to do like music videos, we used to do what else do we like breaking conventions, like any type of like dance festival that used to go on, we used to perform at.
What was one of like the highlights, like the fondest memory? Probably obviously loads.
There's loads for that one. Okay then. I wasn't performing at it, but there was one that I wasn't performing about. I saw True Street Dance perform at, and it was in Breaking Convention, and they killed it. Like they brought the house down. I think this is at the time when they brought in was it the SpongeBob dance routine, I believe.
Okay.
And I was there in the audience and was watching them like kill it throughout the whole performances, and then when they brought that out. And it's a really hard dance to do at the time, so it's like burning your legs and just doing all that business. But once they brought that out, it was just like, yeah, this is sick. And the other performance that I remember doing that I was part of was in, I believe it was Birmingham Carnival at the time. And this is around the time when Michael Jackson just had recently passed away. So we did our little show, not little, but our showcase, and we did a Michael Jackson tribute to do that as well. And yeah, it was like a packed out crowd, and even though the stage was a bit tight at the time,
there's loads of you as well.
Yeah, so but
big old troop.
it was great, man. It was great, and it was like really like those type of things where I like it'll still stay with me. It's like fun memories that I love to be honest. Yeah.
Because I remember like back in the day, dance groups were just popping up left, right, and centre in Birmingham.
Yes.
There was loads. There was obviously True Street Dance.
Yeah.
There was CRC.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Shout out to Sherelle. Shout out to Sherelle.
Do you know what I mean? There was that, and then you had like people that go with dance exchange.
Yes, that's it.
Dance was how people want to be like musicians nowadays.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Like, even if you couldn't dance, i.e. me, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go on a Thursday, or you know what, I'm going to go on a Tuesday. Never did. In my head, I was already there, do you know what I mean? Like, some of my friends in there was like, yeah, I'm there, I'm there. Never went.
There in spirit.
But it was like, but it was like, that was a niche, like, that was the popular thing to do, was dance.
Yeah.
And now when you see, like, obviously the younger generation wanting to be like, doing music and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's the same thing, like you're putting your energy into something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one, keeping you off the streets. Two, making you have certain disciplines.
Yeah.
Have certain things in your head, like, you know what, this is what I want to do, to be focused and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though some people kind of say, like, you know, how people do music now is like going left.
Yeah.
However, there are some who are doing it because that's what they want to do.
Yeah,
so let them do it, kind of thing. Same with the dancing.
Yeah.
Because obviously when you in dancing, you go like in town, you do like your music, your dancing stuff, and you have like a crowd around. Then you have the one or two like, what they doing, the youngsters and whatever.
Yeah.
But you never know what that one person's doing that for.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? There could be escaping something, there could be releasing something, do you know what I mean? So let the young ones just be creative. We're on a bit of a tangent then, but you know, let's bring it back.
I love it,
But do you know what I mean? Like, I like how any form of art is expressed.
Yes, yes.
And you need that confidence and you need that like resilience. Talking about resilience, see that segue? That's resilience, yeah. You being an actor, you need resilience.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because people think, oh yeah, you do so many things, but there's so many no's as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, talk us through your first no, and then talk us through your first yes.
My first no. Damn. My first no. Actually, okay. I believe my first no. I don't know if it was my first no, but it was my first no as a client with when I was with my first agent actually, and I remember it was my first audition with my first agent, and went over to London and whatnot, and instantly when I got into the audition room, went to see me and stuff, and then it's like, oh, what's your name and stuff like that. So I said, oh, my name is Andre. And it's like, where you from? I was like, I'm from Birmingham. Got up out of his seat, came around from the table, and literally shook my hand and was like, oh, thank you for coming down and stuff like that. So I'm like, it's okay, it's cool. Like I don't know what's the big deal about it, but it's like, oh, he's come across so many people that was either from London or like so many similar people. So the fact that he just had someone that was so different, that it was like, oh, he was just like so appreciative of it as well. So when I actually did the audition, he really loved it. And anyway, besides that, I got to like the final 3 stages, I believe, and I got my first no because it felt like it was leading to me being casted for this project.
Yeah.
And it was my first no, and I remember believing like, oh damn, like this sucks, like this is maybe not as good enough as I thought it was, because now I'm in like the bigger leagues, the more professional leagues and stuff. But after a period of time, you start to get used to it and you start to build like tougher skin, because it's not that you're crap or it's not that like you're not good enough for any of these parts. It's just that because they're seeing so many different people, this could be something about like you might be too big, or you may be too small, or you may talk a certain way or act a certain way that doesn't particularly fit that character.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean that you're a crap actor, but sometimes it's just like a physical requirement or something else that they're looking for specifically that they need for that character.
And that's a lot of people think, like, as soon as you get a no, it's like, oh, I don't think this is for me, or oh, I am crap, like I haven't done my best, I could have done better in this one. And as you said, like, it's not necessarily what you've done, it's what they're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
So your first yes, or the yes that you was like, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'll give 2 stories on that one. So my first proper yes for a professional project, funny enough, this links with True Street actually, so shout out to like Akila. So basically, I was on summer holidays and me and my friend was just, I think it was like 17 or 18 years old at the time, and we were just looking for something to do. So we randomly went up to the dance studio and then to see if we wanted to just talk to like our choreographer, which is Akila. And we spoke to her now, and she was saying, oh yeah, there's like an audition that's 5 minutes around the corner if you guys want to go to it and stuff. So me and my friend looked at each other and was like, oh, well, we've got nothing else to do, so let's just go. So we went down now, and then, I can't make this up, but we literally got there as the audition was closing, and literally we signed our names down, then we went through it, and they gave us our like scripts, our sides, which they call it. So a friend went through first, and then he did his part for auditioning it, and then they had to like this camera in your face and stuff. So then they brought me in, I did my part, and then we did our parts together just to see like if it was, I think it was like a chemistry read at that time. Yeah. So anyway, we did it, and I think it was even laughing, just having fun with it and stuff. I wasn't really taking it seriously. And then we came out, and then I think a week later, my friend gets casted for the part first.
Okay.
And I think he gets cast like for like the main villain role. So I'm like, yeah, happy, da 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 da. But in my head, I'm like, I'm jealous now. Like, so what happened to me then? And then I think it was like a few days after, or I think it was a day after or something like that, where then I got my first yes for it as well. And then that's when I was like, okay, this is great. Now, like, we were part of this project. And long story short, like, we filmed the project, didn't really think nothing of it after that. And then I remember I was working, and then, like, some of my friends were just coming into the shop that I was working at the time. And said, Andre, I didn't know you was part of a film. So instantly, I'm like, what do you mean? Because I haven't heard nothing. Yeah. And then the trailer's just gone on all viral on YouTube. Like, people are sharing it to me, like sending me screenshots and stuff. And I haven't seen the trailer myself until people have shown me to me in my place of work. And I'm like, I thought it was just a small thing. I was so baffled. And then I think after that, there was like a whole premiere for it. Like some schools came down to see this film, and I saw myself on the big screen for the very first time. And then that's when it actually triggered me, where I was like, oh damn, maybe I can do this. Yeah. Like, and that was like my first initial, like, yes, like, what unexpected, like, it got so far. And
what was that called?
My Life, My Choice.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to those guys who made the film and stuff as well. And yeah, so that was a big deal for me at the time anyway. And the other story was, here we go. So it was another film audition I did. Again, and this was with my first agent at the time. And just did a self-tape audition, and it was just like, I didn't even film it right. that's how bad this was. I don't know. Only God knows how I got through to this audition. I didn't film it right. It was like I can't remember how you call it, but it was just like the mobile phone way.
Okay, yeah.
And
just like squared off.
Yeah, it wasn't like cinematic or anything like that. But anyway, I did that. I did it in a seating. The lighting was all wrong and stuff. But then we went through it anyway, and I sent it off. Anyway, I didn't think nothing of it, because you do so many of those auditions, you think, nothing's going to come of it. And then I got an email from an agent saying, the casting director really likes you, come back to London to do like a second audition. Just the same thing again, which I did. And I got to the audition, and I didn't see no other person in the waiting room. So I'm like, is it just me? And I was just like, all right then, cool. Anyway, someone else came out from doing their audition, but I didn't see their face. So anyway, I didn't think nothing of it. I went downstairs and saw the casting director, said hello, and then I saw the director behind the monitor. So I did the audition like many times. So did the lines, did it in front of the casting director, and meanwhile, while I'm doing the scene with him, he keeps looking back at the director like this. So I'm thinking I must be crap at this point. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I fluffed it at this point on. Anyway, gives the whole poker face like, yes, thank you, left again. And then I was coming from an audition, I think it was an Amazon audition at the time. Came out, because I had like a call, like a few missed calls from my agent. Once I came out and went to Houston, called her back and then it was like, oh yes, Andre, you've been confirmed for Adidas Conversion, but also you've been confirmed for the film role that you auditioned for as well. And it's going to be 3 weeks in the Canary Islands, which changed to Morocco. And yeah, you'd be like...
Okay, wait there, you're just saying it like it's blasé. Like it's like, yeah, you know. So.
Yeah, it's a lot.
They said, yeah, okay, you've got this audition.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
In the Canary Islands that got changed to Morocco.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean.
Yeah.
My God.
It was a lot to take in at the time, man. Definitely, especially being younger and stuff and being so early in my career at that time. I was just like, what the freak is happening?
Yeah.
And I thought, like, my life is about to change a little bit. So I was like, damn. And that's when I think everybody started to take me a bit more serious in that department around that time as well, and with my acting and my career also, because now it's like, oh, this is a bit more serious now. Like, maybe we should take this guy a bit more serious than what we've done from beforehand.
Yeah. And did you see that as well?
Yeah, definitely. Like, people around me started changing, started speaking to me differently. People that I didn't even know started like contacting me through my socials or found my phone number and started calling my phones, and I was like, I don't even know how you got this phone number or this email or like knew where I was, but they just contacted me out of the blue, and that was from like everywhere at that point, and it was amazing to see, because now you understand like the power of not just landing something significant to people, but also like the power of like social media as well, which has been a massive tool and helped me.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, obviously you said like your first agent, so I'm guessing obviously you changed agents.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of advice to those who want to pursue acting, but don't know like where to go in terms of an agent.
Yeah.
Because when I was first starting out, I'm doing a little bit of acting.
Definitely.
Just saying, you know. But when I was first coming, like, you know, trying to do the acting, you have these websites that say, oh, sign up for free, and then you have, you know, all these auditions come up, or, you know, you go to these photo shoots, not mentioning any companies, should though, because I'm still on your roster, but ain't heard anything, but you know, I'll let you off. You go to these photo shoots, and like, yeah, they're perfect, that you bring your outfits, they take pictures, you go on their website, you give them the money, and you don't hear back.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there that do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So give us a little advice of like the things to do and look out for, and the things not to do in your experience.
Okay, so for one, what to do? Basically, like how I did it. Basically was, I googled it like for like the best agents. To work with. So a lot of the time, your best agents to apply to are usually in London. But we have some here now, like Red Talent or Bazan, or I can't remember if there's any other ones in Birmingham or stuff. But there's ones all around, but it's always finding the one that actually fits you.
Yeah.
And that's why I say to like young actors coming up, or people that want to get into acting in general, it's like you have to look at it as a relationship / friendship or / marriage, because at the end of the day, it's like when you're working with these people, you have to speak to them on a regular basis, but also you have to tell them what you want, what your needs, what you require, like what kind of actor you want to be, whether it's theatre, film, or TV.
Yeah.
So you have to put those requirements out there and then work with whatever CV or
I don't
skill
think a lot
sets
of
you have.
people know that.
Yeah.
They're thinking, oh, it's my agent, so I can't, you know, be too demanding, or I can't say like, I want to do this, that, and the third.
But it's like I think a lot of times actors forget that your agent works for you, not the other way around, and
That
sometimes the lines do initially get blurred in terms of, you know, like, oh, your agent sends you this casting, for instance, and sometimes actors can actually say no, or sometimes you can put that out to your agent before they even give you that casting to say, oh, I don't want these type of commercial auditions, for instance, which can be a lot of wasting time for some actors, or I don't want to go for this type of role, for instance. You are allowed to say that, because at the end of the day, there's still going to be many more roles out there that's possibly more suited for you.
Yeah.
But you have to like feed out the ones that you don't want, and that's going to waste your time. The don'ts. There's definitely a few ones. Never pay anybody up front. Fact. Never pay anybody up front. Yeah,
if
so
only I knew.
whether it's for like an agent, photo shoot, or anything like that, like do not pay them up front. If they're professional, an agent will only take like 20% from you when you've actually booked a job. But they're not supposed to take any money from you prior to you like signing up and anything like that. If they are doing that, then no, that you're being scammed out of your pocket, all your money and stuff. And if anything as well, like if anyone's trying to say, oh, meet me at this place or that place, no, there's many like don'ts for that type of regard, but it's usually to do with money anything else, I would say. So yeah, don't give anybody no money. So yeah, don't do that.
How many hundreds I've lost to tell you.
Yeah.
But you just like, because you want it so bad, and they're so convincing on the phone, and they've got this nice website, and you know they've got loads of people. You kind of like see one or two, like, oh, she's on this and he's on this.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like you're just so gullible, and it's just like.
That's why it's important.
It's like it's crazy, and the thing is, I'll be lying if I said it only happened once. It's happened a few times, but I'm just like, because I wanted it so bad, and because I was around people that had agents, and I would email, send out acting CVs, I'll go to this audition, that audition, and I was kind of doing all the right things, but then hearing or telling these casting directors or whatever they're called in themselves, or they're like, oh God, you done this in the first, we're loving you. They gas you up, and they're like, I'm like, yes, this might be it. Do you know what I mean? And then you go to the studio, you have your different outfits. There's a professional camera, there's a backdrop and everything. And you're like, okay, no. Simple as no. Yeah. Because just know that. Why are you scamming children? No, not children. I was a young adult.
Yeah,
but it's still like, why? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wild one, this industry. Yeah.
Tell ya. But as I said before, like, I'm doing a little bit of acting myself, and we was in something that's yet to be released. I think we can talk about it, because we had
small.
We had the trailer premiere.
Yeah, that was it.
We went Comic-Con, Vic.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, with Snapchat, so I'm going to tangents again. Snapchat come back with like, this is what you did like how many years ago? 5 years ago, you know?
That was it. Yeah, that was a really good project, to be honest. And
5 years ago that was.
There's only so much I can say about that one. But
London
I think
Comic-Con, talking about centre stage we were. Yes, we were.
That's yeah, that's
we had it on stall, comic books. I was like, yes, this is it. Obviously yet to be released, but you know, productions, everything happens for a reason, and when it happens, it happens and stuff like that.
Definitely.
But was that kind of like the first time you was involved in something like that?
Oh yeah, I think because I remember around that time it was very exciting, because like I came across that randomly and stuff as well. But even when I got cast in that project, I had no expectations because I just didn't know like what that kind of thing entails. But when they're actually doing it and stuff like that, some of those people that I've met on set, they're lifelong friends now. And again,
how did you get, like, talk about the casting? How did you get the audition, or how did you find out about it?
Truthfully, Mandy.
Okay.
Yeah, Mandy at the time, because what was it? Where was I coming from? I know I was in Wolverhampton around that time. I think I did a project. I can't remember what it was. And anyway, I looked at my phone, and then all of a sudden I saw, oh, this so and so audition going on. So I just applied, and then that was it. And then literally before I knew it, like, oh yes, we got an audition. Walked in the audition room, and I just see like Tanya and the guys and stuff, and I was like, ah, like, so instantly I was like, I didn't know it was them. And then instantly I felt comfortable, and I just felt like I could be free just to play the character that I wanted to, and it just felt great, and it felt even better to like be cast amongst friends and family. Like it just was, that was a great experience for me. I got nothing but love for those guys.
I know it. Like when I literally on a whim, I found out that I seen the audition. The audition on Facebook.
Oh,
now, I don't even use Facebook.
Oh yeah, it's always Facebook.
I don't use Facebook, and I seen it up, and I was like, let me message. So I messaged. I was like, oh, can I go like audition? It was like, yeah, the last day is tomorrow. I had work.
Oh snap.
So I'm like, wait there. I don't go on Facebook. I've seen this great audition that's in Wolverhampton. I've got work tomorrow. Oh, I'm ill. My head's hurting me. Going, sacked off work, drove straight to Wolverhampton the next day, and I'm nervous, you know, because I wasn't doing acting then. I was out of the game for about, I'm gonna say probably a good 8-9 years.
Oh wow, okay,
So like, this is, do you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know if I can do this anymore, but I've seen it, so let's go. We're in the room, as you said, seeing Tanya and the boys. The boys obviously my cousins. But that still didn't put me at ease.
Of course.
Because Tanya to me is an idol. And I tell you why, because I went to Wolverhampton University and do drama, and we had to watch no Irish, no dogs, no blacks.
No Irish, no blacks, no dogs.
Yes. That's and she was in there, and we had to like do like a review on the thing, and she was the person I reviewed, and I was like, oh my god, like she's the most amazing theatre actor that I've seen so far. And she just ticked all boxes, like she was just like my idol, do you know what I mean? And
Tanya,
she's on stage, and I've walked into this audition, and she's there, and I'm like, she's famous. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what is going on? So I did the audition. I was supposed to learn the lines, but obviously because it was a day, they said just have it down, and do you know what I mean? So then obviously they're saying, you know, to learn the lines, but because it was a day, I said, alright, so I've had it like this, like up and down. And I've done my audition, and they're all jaws like open. And in the audition, in the script, it said to cry. I cried because I was nervous as hell. And I'm seeing them look at me. I'm seeing them look at me with their jaws open. I'm not realising it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm thinking, to be fair, I computed it. I was like, oh my god, I was crap. I ain't done this for ages. They look at me like, is she for real? And because it's family, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm just better fooling myself.
I watched it.
So I'm like, okay, they was like, you were really good. I was like, excuse me. What? They was like, you was really good. I was like, thanks. You know what I mean? Trying not to be like, because I was overwhelmed with so many emotions as well, because I haven't been doing it for ages. Then I didn't hear anything back for ages, it seemed. And then I come back, and it's at me and this girl. This girl's telling me she's done this commercial, this, that, the third. She's like, oh, so what have you done?
Nothing.
I was like, I ain't done nothing. I was like, this is the only thing. She's like, oh, you'll be fine. Whether she was intentionally trying to like intimidate me or big herself up, I don't know.
Yes, I've come across that.
But, you know, I was just like, oh my I remember my brother came with me as well, and we were just there, and then with that second audition, they was like, right, we want you to crawl on the floor and whatever. I was like crawling on a damn floor. But I was like, Shay, you're gonna have to crawl on the floor.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to crawl on the floor.
Gotta
so I crawled on that floor like that floor was me. Like, you know what I mean? I did the most. And obviously I got the part, but in that whole moment, because I haven't done it for so long, and then it wasn't even because they were family, because they couldn't, like, if it was crap, I was crap, do you know what I mean? I said to them anyway, I said, even though your family, like, you know, whatever, and I was like, yeah, it's all professional, do you know what I mean? But the nerves.
Oh, yeah.
And especially if it's something that you really want as well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, and I was like, do I want to go back into this?
Yeah.
Like, do I want to go back into this?
Yeah.
But that gave me the buzz, and I did, you know, pursue it a little bit more, and whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of gonna stay on right now, but you know,
it's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. This is my calling. But it's like, even with the Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And talking on centre stage.
Yeah, that was lovely. I love that.
Like, everyone that was in this year, they've been doing acting. They've got a name for themselves. Do you know what I mean? All of you, like, I'm in awe. Do you know what I mean? And for little old me to be with these guys, in London Comic-Con, I'm going to keep saying on centre stage as a speaker.
Definitely, man. It was big time.
I really had imposter syndrome?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's true. Yeah, imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I was like, I don't belong here.
Yeah,
like, this ain't me. This shouldn't be me.
Yeah.
But it is.
Literally, no, I had those same thoughts.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
how do you get out? Have you ever had imposter syndrome?
Always.
Do you still get it?
Always.
Do you?
Yeah, definitely. Because it's like, I think my thoughts and thinking of it, it's like, I'm just doing a project I like, I'm acting in it, and then I move on to the next one.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts and feelings. So, you know, sometimes when you're on some certain projects where it's like, oh, this might be not as good, or this might be really good, but you just don't know, because it can be your worst enemy or your best friend, depending on who's editing the film as well. So anyway, so I did, what project was it actually? Actually, funnily enough, I'll speak on it. It was Irish Blacks and Dogs. So I remember doing that project, and the director's fantastic, by the way. I have to give him a shout out, because I told him initially when I saw the script, I was like, this is one of the most beautiful scripts I've ever read. And like, that was even like me trying to get a job or anything like that at the time. I was like, this is genuinely a really good script. Anyway, so I did that, and then ended up getting cast for the part. So we did the filming, and it just felt normal in a sense, because like, when you're making something like that, you don't really know if it's gonna like do so well, because you're just playing the script to like how it's been envisioned. Yeah. So we're filming it now, and we've done it, and I remember like Jack, who was our director, he was saying like, oh, your performance and this film is gonna be amazing. This. And sometimes, like, after you've done a few bits and pieces, you're like, okay, that's great. Like, I'm trying to keep it level-headed at that point, and then obviously it goes into the edit. Once the film takes a life of its own and it starts getting shown in film festivals, this film just blew up immensely, to the point where I was like, I don't know what's going on, because I don't know how people are resonating with this film. I'm happy that they're resonating with it, but then it's like, I don't know who you think I am, because I didn't expect it myself. I was like, oh, Andre, did you expect this for the film? Like, I knew it was a good script and I knew it was a good film, but I didn't know how good until it got out there to everybody else, and then it just took a life of its own, where it went to America, it started winning so many awards, it started winning one of the most prestigious awards, which was the Royal Television Society Award for like best short film, and we was just like, what is going on? But yeah, you just don't know sometimes. So I'm always getting imposter syndrome, because I'm like, you want me to be in this film? Yeah. You want me to be in like this series or like this commercial? Like, I'm always surprised when. But
you've done so many things though. Like, it's crazy that you still have it, because. Yeah,
definitely.
You must have. I'm actually. Listen.
Oh, don't do it.
because you've done so many things.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Oh gosh, should put that there.
Let's do this. So 2014.
What?
You've done Sherbet,
Mm-hmm.
Scapegoat,
Mm-hmm.
Missed Called.
Yeah.
Then in like the later years, 2020, you've done Premium, Where Is God Now, Non-Transformable, Transferable,
Yeah.
Then you've done like Patience, Birds, Irish Blacks and Dogs, as you said, The Garden, Baby on Board, and more. That's not even scratching the surface of what you've done.
That's not everything at all.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, for you to still not saying like you shouldn't, but it's for someone who's not in it. I would have thought, not saying that you're going to have a big head, obviously, because you want to be grand, you want to be humble and stuff, but oh my God, if I did all that, I'm like, listen, I'm the guy, I'm that woman, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So do you think having imposter syndrome, it kind of humbles you, or are you that kind of person inclined anyway?
I think it's a bit of both anyway, because as you said, I think before, I'm coming from Birmingham, so I didn't even imagine this for myself. I was just seeing it as a hobby that actually turned into a career.
Yeah.
And to think people actually like what I do, still like what I do to this day, want to cast me in things. It's it's humbling, because you have to think you're being picked out of how many hundreds or thousands or 100,000s, you don't know. And when they say to you, oh, you've been shortlisted, or we want you for this main part, you don't know how many other people are killing for that part to be in that role that you're in. So you have to be appreciative of it when people want you like that. Of course, it's humbling, and I get to a point where it's am I even talented enough to even be in these films, or even stand next to these scene partners or these other great actors? But I'm gonna do my very best to either stand amongst them or be better than them, because at the same time, I don't want to let the director down, and I don't want to let people down that are watching these films, are expecting something from me, that are expecting something good, even better than good.
Yeah.
So I'm always self-aware, yo, I need this performance to be this. And I think with every performance or project that I've done now, I'm even more aware, it needs to be good, it needs to be something that people are going to be interested to watch, and not just the same old thing where it's just stereotypical, or it's just oh, I'm just playing the same role again, or typecasting myself. So I always want to give people something different, but also something that's going to be something that you probably would want to watch either on TV or in the cinema itself. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it? So that's the way I approach it anyway. So
Have you ever turned? I've always wanted to ask Gaston this,
Yeah.
Have you ever turned a role down?
Oh yeah.
And then you see, damn.
Oh,
I should have said yes.
What was that actually? There was a project that actually happened like that. Actually, that happened to me recently. I didn't turn it down, but it was scheduling and stuff. Sometimes that can actually happen. But what project was it? It's gonna annoy me, because there was a few projects like that actually turned down. But I remember turning down a project, and it was a film project, a feature film, to be honest. And I think I just didn't understand it, or didn't get it around the time. And anyway, I left it and I just moved on. And then I think I saw the project in its final form, and I was like, oh snap, they killed this. But sometimes it's you have to look at it as God's way of saying this wasn't meant for you anyway.
Yeah, it happens for a reason.
Yeah, it happens for a reason, because it's for me, I was just oh, okay, I want to be able to pull this off the way this person pulled it off.
Yeah.
So sometimes I humble myself and thinking, okay, this was never meant for me, but I'm appreciative of somebody stepping in that role or that part and killing it. And I'm yo, you did that. I'm always ready to give people their flowers every time.
So I'm glad you said that. So one last thing. Who would be your one? Who's your idol?
Oh.
And two, who would you want to be in a film with?
I think, there's two main ones, I would say. Denzel and Will Smith. Will Smith, obviously, because we all grown up with Will Smith, whether it be Fresh Prince, Men in Black, or something else entirely. And then Denzel, because of like the caliber of acting and talent that he always brings to every film.
Yeah.
It's like you can't. That's like those are like generational talents for me, and it's like you can't get those type of talents again on screen. And what was the other question again? Sorry.
Who would you want to be in a film with?
It would have to be any of them too. That's when I'll be like, I've made it.
Yeah.
Because to be in a film with any of those two guys, like, those like people's go-to like want to see their films anyway.
Yeah.
And just like to stand tall against them, it's like you would have to be on your A game. Like especially with Denzel as well. Not no discredit to Will.
Yeah.
But it's like any person that goes against Denzel Washington in a scene or an acting, every actor just has to step up automatically. Just like, oh crap, need to it's not lines, so I need to get my improvisation down.
You want to overdo it in it?
Yeah, you have to, because it's like those type of actors will run circles around you if you're not on point. So yeah. Manifesting,
it will happen.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming on. I tell you, we could chop it up all day.
Thank you, man.
I tell you, because there's so many other things. But we'll get you back on, don't worry.
Yeah, man. Part 2 right here.
Part 2, we'll get you back on, but tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, guys, so you can find me on André Pierre Official, which will be on like TikTok and whatnot. Also, it will be Official André Pierre as well for Instagram, I believe. And yeah, that's just all me. And Twitter actually is André Pierre __. So yeah.
Don't worry, guys. All will be in the description below. Thank you. Peace.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my lonely